What's up, everybody? Well, I got another Asus Ally X and Z1 Extreme gameplay video for you guys today. And today, I had a request to do the Precinct, or at least I'm pretty sure this was a system they want me to do. Unfortunately, now I can't find the damn message. I left it as a tab, and I think I had a stoner moment and responded to it and closed it. Usually, if it's a request, I'll respond to it and then just leave it up so I can remember. But I think I was half asleep still in the morning and just closed it. But I'm 99% positive they wanted it done on the Ally. They didn't mention which one, so I just figured I'd do both like usual. So we'll go ahead, do this, and then we'll move on to the Firebat Mini PC and probably finish this game up on the small form factor PC. Although, if it turns out to be really hard to run, which it doesn't really look like it is, then we'll do it on everything. But I don't think that'll happen. I think we'll probably be stopping this one on the small form factor PC, but hey, anything can happen. Either way, let's go hop on into the game, and let's go find out how she runs.
All right, so we're just gonna go with quality mode on handheld, or quality handheld. So I don't know why they even said that. You should have just called it handheld mode, because there is no like low quality handheld or any of those settings. But the only thing I did was change the FPS cap, which might have invalidated this whole setting for all I know, but I didn't want it to be stuck at 30. Just like the Steam Deck, they lock the FPS on just the handheld setting. And I don't know. I think it can do a little better than that, and this thing has a VRR screen, so I feel like most people would rather have it just, you know, let the FPS do what it wants, not limit it to 30. But anyway, game time.
Remember, Costa is your primary target. We want him alive. According to our source, he's in a red jacket. On my mark, 3, 2, 1, mark. Police, freeze!
My squad is outnumbered. I need reinforcements now!
Roll team, get in there! Got a positive ID on the leader, sir. He's in a red jacket. That's your guy. Remember, we need him alive. He's running.
He's shooting! That's a cop! Suspect is down. Take him down! Target is down. He's shooting! Take him down! Suspect KIA. He's shooting! Suspect down. Take him down! Suspect KIA. Shots fired!
He's running.
All right, so now on the Z1 Extreme here, we'll just do our regular thing. We'll do 1080p high, 900p medium, and 720p low. Then move on to the Ally X. So I don't think that the actual quality setting does anything really for my testing. I think the only thing that was getting us more FPS in these tests was the resolution change. I only know that because I tested this on everything now. But anyway, it's game time.
You have the right to remain silent. Don't make it worse for yourself.
Now for 900p in medium settings, although I don't really think the medium preset does anything really. Because I mean, I kept moving it and nothing besides it changed, and we got an FPS uptick, but we also lowered the resolution. When I tried to go through all those on my G15 Advantage, the FPS wasn't changing at all. I went from like very high, all the way down to medium, and the FPS stayed exactly the same until I turned FSR from anti-aliasing to quality. Then it finally did something.
Dispatch, I need an ID check.
Checking database for records. 84, individual is a known felon.
You had a good long while to make trouble out here. Now you're gonna be with us for a good while longer.
You got the wrong guy.
Tell it to the judge, numbnuts.
All right, officers. Organized crime has finished their initial sweep of the steel mill. They have confirmed it was the August Gang's primary base of operations. The DA is satisfied that we have enough evidence to prosecute Matthew Costa as the leader of the organization.
That mean we finally get a little peace and quiet around here?
You know how this works, Sergeant. We take down one scumbag, the rest scramble to fill the void. My gut says the other gangs will be out in force in the coming days, trying to be...
Alright, now for 720 low settings, although I should just say 720p. I don't think the settings preset at the top of this graphics tab actually does a dang thing. Or at least it sure didn't on the G15 Advantage. I tested it at 1080p and 1440, and it didn't really seem like it was doing anything. Not until I started actually using FSR. Then we started getting some FPS differences. But in any case, still, let's go see what it does at 720p.
View. Dismissed. Except you, Cordell. My office. Your father would have been proud of what you did today, Cordell. I know he inspired you to enlist in the ACPD. And if that motivates you to be a good cop, I'm all for it.
Thank you, sir.
I've been meaning to clear the air about something else as well. You might have heard things, but I want you to get it straight from me. The department did everything we could to track down your father's killer. I headed the investigation myself, but on a case this big, in a town this dirty, no one wants to step forward for fear of catching a bullet of their own. Was it random, intentional, someone sick in the head? We just don't know. But those are the risks we sign up for every day we put on this uniform. Trying to figure it all out will just drive you crazy. Like I said, your father would have been proud to see you in that uniform, and he would have wanted you to focus on keeping the city safe. Speaking of which, I want you to start working with Detectives Ferreira and Lee on your next shift. They're going to have their hands full with the garbage that will show up and try to fill the August Gang's shoes, and I have a feeling they'll be keeping you more than busy. Dismiss, Cordell.
Is it true? Are you in the wind? I see the truth, I see the glow on your skin. Does the thin blue line look at me that a time? Is the eternal flame we praise ready to
I wish I could say otherwise, but it's a royal mess out there today. Chandler, Sayers, take Brookhaven.
You got it, boss.
Christie, Selby, make sure things stay on the rails in the east.
On it.
Cordell, Kelly, Chief wants you to have a chat with Detectives Lee and Ferrara before you set out on patrol.
Will do, Kowalski. What do you know, kid? They got you talking to the detectives already. You must be doing something right.
Hey, Cordell, Kelly, it's good to see you. We're gonna be ramping up our gang enforcement in the coming days based on some strong leads we've been getting, and we wanted to loop you in.
The two main gangs in our sights are the Jawheads, my little problem, and Crimson Serpent. Those dopes are being handled by Detective Lee.
While you're out on the beat, we want you to keep your eye out for gang members committing crimes. Once you've resolved the immediate situation, be on the alert for any additional evidence they might have dropped.
If you're able to arrest a gang member, you can also find additional clues by searching them. To take these gangs down, we're going to need enough evidence to make the charges stick.
For now, you can leave the paperwork to us. When you find something, take it to Eugene up in the evidence room. He'll link it to our active cases and keep us posted. Once we get enough evidence, we can try to take down the leaders.
The chief says he wants you in the ocean, but not so deep it's over your head. These might be the biggest operations the precinct runs, but we still need worker bees to take care of the nitty-gritty. That's where you come in. You're on what we like to call run around and deal with crap we don't want to duty. Like talking to that scumbag Antonio.
Antonio says he'll pass us info at particular times and places. You'll go pick it up for us. Sometimes it'll be at Kavanaugh's. If he can't make it there, he'll call a prearranged payphone. He says it's the only way he can stay safe. What a pain in the ass.
Yeah, but thankfully for us, he's your pain in the ass. You want to wear the blues? You gotta pay your dues.
We all did it coming up.
Damn right. Oh, while you're up, go ahead and take this to Eugene in the evidence room. He'll talk you through his organization system.
Hey, Cordell. Thanks for bringing this in. I guess now's a good time to talk you through how I keep track of the evidence. Averno's gangs all have a hierarchy. We don't want to go after the big boss before we can make the charges. As you gather materials from crime scenes, I'll track the evidence against the gangster's photo. We work our way up the chain. We get the low-level guys, and they lead us to the captain. Eventually, we'll have enough of a foundation to target the gangs. That Crimson Serpent evidence you just gave me is now logged in the right spot. Not all of the evidence you gather will be related to the gangs, but anything...
You ready to get going on Crimson Serpent?
Tell me what you know about them.
The Serpents have been a player in Averno's drug and arms trade for a few years. Used to be all Chinese, but these days, the place is a regular melting pot. The leader's name is Charles Wong. He tries to play himself off as an upstanding local business leader, but we all know he's got a broader definition of business than most people. Guy's slippery as hell, but he keeps his hands clean. And his profile high, just to spite us. I can't wait for the day we take that smug slime ball down.
How's the investigation going?
Slow. Sometimes I just want these people to get a whole lot less civilized so we could take the gloves off. But that's me. I used to be in tactical. Still miss the adrenaline. These days it's more paperwork and less battering rams for me, but you get us the goods on these guys, you better believe we're rolling in hard. Our first order of business is Geo Weaver. New to the scene, but very arrogant. Looking to make a name for herself. You keep an eye out for evidence. I'll see if we can link it to her.
Control, 84 requesting a plate run.
Received. Checking now.
We have individuals fighting at our location.
Received.
Runner! Central, be advised of property vandalism in our vicinity.
Copy. Assistance is available.
You have the right to remain silent. Dispatch, I need a warrants check on an ID.
Received. Checking now. Nothing flagged in the system. They're clear.
Now we shall just do a carbon copy of what we did on the Z1 Extreme on the Ally X here. We'll start off on the quality handheld mode, which I don't really think does a whole lot by itself. I think all it really did was turned FSR on to balanced. But regardless, we'll hop in, get some gameplay, and then we'll do our regular resolution test at this point, because the setting doesn't really seem to do anything, at least from what I can tell.
Unit 84, investigate a suspicious object that has been observed at the rear of the ACB Bank.
Central, we've located the item. Property of Averno Museum. Doesn't look particularly dangerous. Looks like we need a 4-digit code.
So, now, to just do what we did before, we're going to do 1080p. Now, have it on high settings, but as I've discussed, like, it feels like a million times already, it doesn't really seem like the resolution does anything. I think we were only getting FPS differences because we were changing the resolution. And I left FSR the same the whole time, but quality is on high. But like I said, I don't think that thing at the top really does a whole lot. At least not right now. But anyway, let's go see what it can do.
Multiple reports of a 1034 street brawl in Central Plaza.
Street fight currently underway.
10-4.
Suspect is fleeing on foot.
Assistance is available.
You have the right to remain silent. Control, check this one for priors.
Checking database for records. All clear on that search. No criminal history.
Looks like we lost them.
Now for 900p, here's all the settings we used, although the really only one that seems to make any difference is the resolution, but that's why I'm glad I always show this screen, because this next screen over here, this graphics tab, seems to be pretty useless, unless you change the FSR setting. And obviously the VSync and FPS cap would change stuff too, but just the top part, that doesn't really seem to do anything. Normally you'd move that and it would change everything else in this whole screen, but it doesn't do a dang thing when you move it.
Patrol, we have reports of a possible DUI in Litchfield.
Put your foot down, Boot!
Suspect vehicle identified in Brookhaven. We have units on standby if required. Suspect vehicle last spotted on Fenwick North Bay.
Get tighter to the suspect! We need to find that suspect. There they are! After that vehicle!
Suspect vehicle identified in Sunnyside.
Close the gap, Boot! They've ditched the vehicle!
Roger.
Book 'em,
You have the
Dano!
right to remain silent. Dispatch, I need an ID check.
Last up, 720p. And I show the graphics tab, but really, it doesn't really do much. The only thing that helps is it shows that we have FSR unbalanced. But the quality low setting at the top really doesn't seem to do anything. It doesn't change anything in here when you go through all the different qualities. However, I did see an FPS difference when I did handheld mode, and on the Steam Deck when I did Steam Deck mode, it definitely locked it to 30 and all that stuff. So obviously certain settings work. It's just other settings seem to do nothing. It's very strange.
That explains the driving. HQ, this is Kelly. I need a plate check.
Checking database for records. Records indicate prior criminal activity.
10-4, dispatch. We'll take it from here.
Central, requesting a 1029 on the subject.
Affirmative, stand by. All clear on that search. No criminal history.
Well, looky here. Okay, they're sober.
You have the right to remain silent.
Just relax, will ya? Central, we got a trash tosser.
84 received. Suspect vehicle last spotted on Fenwick intersection 4.
Get closer.
Suspect vehicle identified in Mercer Heights. Suspect vehicle last spotted on Portalo Hill. Support is standing by.
You're not authorized to shoot. They've got a tool. Cuff him up, Boot.
You have the right to remain silent.
What have we got here? You're gonna add DUI to that charges. All right, I'm beat. Go to your desk to end your shift. Quit struggling.
All right, let's get some camera recorded gameplay.
Looks like we lost them.
Oh well. At least I got one of them.
HQ, this is Kelly. I need a plate check.
Affirmative, stand by. Records indicate prior criminal activity.
10-4, dispatch. We'll take it from here.
Huh.
84, Adam. Show us handling.
Received. Support is standing by. Suspect vehicle identified on Fenwick North Bay.
Book 'em, Dano.
You have the right to remain silent. Control, check this one for priors.
Checking database for records. Search returned with an active warrant.
Okay, they're sober.
All right.
More work for me, huh? What a surprise.
Yeah, definitely playable. I'd probably just play it with the handheld quality mode. It does limit it to 30 FPS, but then at least you get a little bit better battery life too. But if you'd rather it be like this, I mean, this isn't bad at all. I'd probably unlock the frame rate at least. Go with that mode and play like I play it with unlocked frame rate. I don't like 30 FPS. I'd rather be like this with a VRR screen. This is just fine.
Multiple reports of a 1039 vandalism in Bakersfield.
On our way, dispatch.
Where the heck are they? Shit, my partner's like dying. Where are they? Don't go back in there, damn it.
One less bad guy.
Multiple reports of a 1034 street brawl in Chinatown.
On our way, dispatch.
Adam, we have backup in your vicinity. What do you need?
Aw. Well, we failed that hardcore. He just like ran into a vehicle. I should have just shot him in the back.
You have the right to remain silent.
One of them.
Suspect vehicle identified on Portalo Hill.
Dispatch, I need a warrants check on an ID.
Received. Checking now. All clear on that search. No criminal history.
Ah, contraband.
Ah.
Central, they got away. I'll take care of that for you.
Should have done the breathalyzer and stuff too, since he did alcohol, but he's fucking drunk and he has guns. Not a good combo.
All right, I'm beat. Go to your desk to end your shift.
I think we had a pretty productive day.
Listen up, everyone. Before you get to your regular assignments, we have a special guest who needs our help, and he wanted to talk to you about it himself. This is Spencer Sharp.
Spencer I. Sharp, madam.
Oh, my mistake. Spencer I. Sharp. Mr. Sharp is the curator at the Averno City History Museum, and he's got a situation on his hands.
Hello, officers. I come to you with news of a serious crime. Several artifacts from the museum have gone missing. 20 in all.
They stole them out of the exhibits?
Some, yes. About half were stolen from out in the open. The rest were taken from our vault, which means that whoever made off with them knew what they were doing, and somehow managed to get their hands on a set of keys.
Ooh, not
Got
good.
any suspects?
I have no earthly idea who would do such a thing. And to tell you the truth, I'm more concerned with finding the lost items than I am with apprehending the culprit.
Okay, you heard the man. Keep your eye out for any of this stuff as you move around the city. Then bring it in, get it to Eugene, and we'll send it back where it belongs.
All right, can do.
Thank you, officers. Averno City's legacy depends on you.
Ah, another beautiful day in paradise.
Actually, you know what? I think now is probably a good time to move on to the Ally X. Now for some camera recording gameplay. So far, this game's really fun. Harder to run than I thought, though. Might end up playing this on everything.
You got this, kid?
Oh, cool. Oh, nice. I leveled up twice. Alright, so we can't stay above 30 all the time, but I don't really care on a screen like that. As long as I can do it while we're shooting and driving and all that stuff. And I'd, like I said on the Z1 Extreme video, I'd probably just play on handheld mode with unlocked frame rate. With those settings.
Cordell, you busy?
Hell no.
I always have time for you.
Don't say that too loud. I'm liable to hold you to it. I have an undercover assignment for you. We're getting reports of street races happening across Averno. Same cars keep showing up. We're pretty sure it's some kind of organized group. If they're flouting the law to race like this, we have a feeling they're up to a whole lot more. I want you to keep an eye out, and if you can, work your way into their outfit. Stay incognito. Gain their trust.
You gotta
See
stay
what you can find
incognitus.
out. You got that?
Yes, ma'am.
Another day, another dime.
Another dime, another crime. Ha ha.
Littering activity in this location.
Roger that.
Dispatch, I need a warrants check on an ID.
Checking database for records.
Runner!
84 Adam, we have backup in your vicinity. What do you need?
Arrest her!
You have the right to remain silent.
Good catch.
Counterfish watches. Alright, are you drunk?
Okay, they're sober.
Alright, I think that's it.
Quit struggling.
Alright, back to the beat.
Central, requesting a 1028.
Attention units, we have reports of a street fight occurring in Mercer Heights. 84, no infractions on record.
Suspect's not stopping. He's running.
Support is standing by.
Hook him and book him,
You have
kid.
the right to remain silent.
Hey, quit struggling. Get your baton out, partner.
You have the right to remain silent. Hold it.
You have the right to remain silent.
Control, check this one for priors.
Received. Checking now. Nothing flagged in the system. They're clear.
What have we got here?
Ooh. Alright, should we?
Just relax, will you?
Oh, it's just another car.
Units in the area. A shopkeeper has reported a graffiti artist at work in Springwood.
You guys stay there and behave. We gotta do foot patrol.
Any available units. Street vendors are reporting a possible narcotic sale in Bakersfield.
Well, I shouldn't run all the way there because then I won't have any stamina to chase if necessary.
Find the perp, quick! Book him, Dano! Over there! Chase him!
You have the right to remain silent. Dispatch, I need an ID check.
Checking database for records. All clear on that search. No criminal history.
New face, huh? Listen, we don't take prisoners out here. You cross the finish line however you have to. And don't go crying to your mommy about it.
Alright, cool. So that's where I'm supposed to go for that, and we will do that on the far back. So, why don't we go ahead and wrap this video on up?
Well, alright guys, that's a wrap for the Precinct on the Ally X and Z1 Extreme, and it definitely was playable. Not the highest FPS of any game I've played, but at least get you playable FPS, as long as you use the right settings. I'd recommend just using handheld mode with unlocked frames, since it has a variable refresh rate, and it seems to do alright. Would I like 60? Sure. But it seems like the Steam Deck and these just aren't quite capable, and they both have their own settings. That's actually cool to see. Both the Steam Deck and regular handhelds both have their own settings, and I wish more games would do that. That'd be great, because these things are getting a lot more popular after all. But in any case though, that is all for this video. Hopefully that was good enough for the requester. If not, I can always redo it, but I'm pretty sure this was the system that they requested it on. I unfortunately closed the damn page with the comment on it, which I shouldn't have done. Usually I leave requests open until they've been done, but it is what it is. I'm just gonna do it on everything. So that way, no matter what, they get their request, because I've done it on every conceivable thing I have, you know? Anyway though, that's all I got for this video, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video, because I sure as hell enjoyed making it for you guys. And until the next video, peace out, guys.